Hi everyone, Angela da Silva here. I am a holistic therapist and a single mom. In this channel, it's for you single parents, single mom and single dad that are seeking new ways to live a different life, perhaps more present, perhaps more joyful, more present with your kids, with yourself, and especially present with this divine force within us that can take us beyond our mundane life. So one of the things that I have learned as a single mother and as a Reiki Master is to incorporate this mindfulness habit in my daily life. And yes, we live in a society that is constantly rushing in the push mode. We are constantly in fight and flight. We are constantly stressed from traffic, from schedules, from things that we have to do, from kids' activities and so on. We have forgotten to be in our natural state, the relaxation mode. Our body can only be in two states, fight and flight, which is stress, and relaxation mode. We can either be stressed in fear or relaxed in love. And what I learned as a single mom is that we can be constantly rushing and doing all the things that we have to do and be constantly in the stress mode. So when you pick up our children from school, when they come home, we are actually not fully present. So most of the times when they ask us questions, we reply with a certain urgency to finish the conversation. Children, they don't understand the concept of things, but they can feel us. They can feel how we are feeling right in that moment. If they are anxious, they will feel our anxiety. If you are sad, they will feel our sadness. Even though they cannot conceptualize, they can feel it. So what I'm trying to explain here is the fact that with Reiki and being a single mother, I found that there was this space where mindfulness helped me to become more present for my own feelings, more present to my own inner world, so I could become a better mother, present to my little boy. In this stage where we are in life, with everything happening around the world, we have a lot of uncertainties. We're not really sure about a couple of things that we want to do, perhaps. But one thing that is always certain is a space within yourself where you can find this peace. And what I'm talking about here with mindfulness, with this journey that I went through to become a Reiki Master, I had to consciously become fully present to the ways I was reacting constantly, not only with my children, with people, or with friends, but also within myself, the type of dialogues I was holding in my head, the things that I keep telling myself, the stories, the beliefs and the perceptions. So this mindfulness is only possible when you allow yourself to become present to what it is. It's so important for us to be grounded and connected to nature. Nature is a free space where you can go and find yourself deeply. Nature is always there, present for you. It's not asking you anything, and it's teaching you self-compassion, and it's teaching you patience, it's teaching you presence. I love going for bushwalks, and I highly recommend, if you are close to a reserve, or even if you're not, parks, you can go by yourself and just take 5-10 minutes walk, and you'll see the difference. I know if you have a crazy schedule, you can only organize a bushwalk with your children. Why is it so important to live in nature? Well, nature helps us to reconnect to that inner child within us. It's the silence, the green, the air, and also finding that you are in the presence of something bigger than yourself. Whatever you do, meditation, yoga, if you do have your own way of practicing mindfulness, that's a beautiful thing. But the most important thing is to allow yourself to create healthy habits so you can teach also mindfulness to your children. Sometimes when I'm really busy and I have lots of things going on in my head, and my little one comes with a question or telling me stories, I always say, wait a minute, let's breathe in and out here together. I need to be present. I was so lost in my mind just then. And that's helping him to understand that's okay for us to get lost in our mind. We are humans, that's what we do. But it's also important to become present here and now so you can dialogue and communicate with others. We have gone into this constant state of rushing one thing after another. We have become these walking machines, thinking machines that you don't even understand most of the time the way you're feeling or why you're doing things in a certain way. I invite you to become more present, bring mindfulness towards yourself. Create a habit to treat yourself as your inner child. You reparenting yourself constantly. If you're sad, you create space for that sadness without judgment. Just listen, just observe. If you are irritated, unsettled, listen to that. Allow him or her to express herself. Why are you sad? What's happening here? Bring that adult energy that you have within you to your own self and see what happens. Most of the time, we have our inner critical turn on, and anything we think, we feel, we constantly judge. We constantly communicate with ourselves in a way that is quite negative. Self-negative talk is a way that is opposite to mindfulness. Self-negative talk is opposite to mindfulness. Mindfulness, you are 100% full aware of the things you're saying and telling yourself constantly. The self-negative talk, it's you completely unconscious of the things that are going on in your mind. You are in the automatic pilot. You are in that state of doing things after another, one after another, and you don't even realize the things you're telling yourself. So as a Reiki Master, I learned in this journey as a single parent the importance of bringing mindfulness into my daily life, not only through meditation and yoga or any other activities, but becoming mindful of my own thoughts, mindful of my own actions, mindful of my own beliefs. And when you start to become mindful and present to yourself first, you open space for compassion and you understand others in a different way. Most importantly, you start to understand your children in a different way. It's so powerful when you can be with your child, look into their eyes, and have that relationship soul to soul instead of parent to children. We so get lost in that role of parenting constantly. Let's be a child with them. Let them teach you the magic that life has to offer us. They still so connected to their presence naturally. When you become present, your child will just follow. And you become present in your relationships, at work, with your friends, with your family. I always say to my clients, take the gap. You don't need to reply to life constantly, instantly. Break the communication with silence and just listen. And if someone asks you a question, you pause, you breathe, you digest, and then you reply. This is a way of living that even though life is crazy out there, you can find inner peace within. Stay strong, and thank you for being here.